Yeah. Louisiana in the room. World elite. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, from the bayou to the booth, we loud on the rival, the ace dealing. Got the mic for the title, Triple J Jordan with the play-by-play, fire rock, hard blame. Bring the heat up higher, Mr. Sensational, Gary got the crowd in motion. 4 voices synced up like a wave in the ocean. We talk there, rest in every show, get framed. 1 podcast, 1 squad, remember the name when the lights go. We bring the facts in the flesh, say it 1 more time. If you're locked in, you're there. World Elite Podcast. Say the name, World Elite Podcast. We bring the noise, we bring the game. World Elite Podcast. From Louisiana to your feet. World Elite Podcast. 4 voices, 1 creed. World Elite, World Elite. World Elite Podcast. Yeah, we on deck.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast, presented exclusively by our family over at the Debate Network. And we may be 11 minutes late, but by the grace of God, we are all here. So much stuff has happened that led up to this show. We had a major storm here earlier. Jordan lost power. As you can tell, he's on his phone right now because his internet's still acting up. So he has to sit next to his charger at the wall and be there. But luckily, we're all here, and we're going to have a great time. I'm your host, the ace, the silent assassin, Dylan Abear. With me, as always, first, and I'm not prepared for the video. Here we go.
Time to play the game.
We got Triple J himself. Jordan, what is going on, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Bunch of, shit, but we here.
God damn, this is going to be fun. And then next up,
Rock hard. Only am I rock hard. Want me to go to sleep. I'm not tired. I'm fully rested.
we got Blaine Arsenault. Blaine, welcome back, man, from last week, man. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm in my new setup, so ready to talk wrestling, man.
So if you haven't embraced the rock hard name now, man, it's in the song. I mean, so you kind of have to embrace it now. I mean,
it's kind of rubbing off on me.
There we go.
Whoa,
Nice.
Great.
It's
Yeah,
finally,
you're
it's finally catching
you're
on.
right.
There we go.
Amazing, dude.
Bad choice of words with that name.
Don't
but
say it like that. It's like I'm
choice of
letting
name
rock
on that
hard rubbing off on me.
And then, as always, we
choice
got
of
our
words.
guy, the sensational one himself, Gary. What is up, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? I had to drive in the worst storm of my entire life. I'm pretty sure there was like 12 tornadoes, but we made it here, like Jordan said. So excited for the show.
Yeah, honest to God, I am all stunned that we are all here right now, because I felt like one of us at least was going to be missing from the show, but thank God we're all here. And like I said, we're going to have a great time, and it's going to be a really, really fun show. So we're not going to waste anyone's time. We got a lot to talk about. Just like last week, we have a lot to talk about. I did not come prepared. I have like maybe 2 of the 4 shows up, so I'm still in the process of getting everything up from this past weekend, which it was a really good weekend. But while I'm getting this up, I want to get a couple takes. I'll get it from Blaine and all that because I know he's more familiar. Jordan as well. Gary's. I've got to show these guys to him because there's some reports coming out that Enzo and Cass are coming back to the WWE. It was reported yesterday by Fightful.com that after their breakup, and then it led to releases for both Big Cass and Enzo. Big Cass went to AEW. He was Big Bill over there with the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, and all that. And now it seems like he's on his way back to the company. Blaine, I'll start off with you, man. What do you think about the news? Do you think they'll have a better run than they did the first time around?
I freaking love it, man. That was besides the Uso, that was my favorite tag team in the WWE. I hope they don't ruin it this time. I hope Enzo don't do anything stupid to ruin it this time. Because we all know it was him the last time, and they just said, "Fuck it, let's try to put the rocket on Big Cass," but that didn't go as planned. But no, I'm excited. I hope it come true.
Yeah. And Gary, next time you come over, I'm gonna show you these guys because these guys are fucking awesome. The gimmick was fantastic. It's just they broke them up too prematurely. They went their separate ways. Enzo went to like the cruiserweight division, and then Cass was having, and just like Steven was saying also, he was having like an alcohol problem too in WWE before he left. Went through some indie stuff, had some bad stuff over there too, and then he got to see it. They got a second chance in AEW and he made it worth it. So now they're going to give him another chance over there. And I hope they do well with him. Jordan, what do you think about the news, man, of Enzo and Cass possibly coming back?
I'm ready for them to come back. I liked them back then. I think I had a T-shirt for them, but
he did.
But I'm ready for him to come back, and hopefully nothing happens with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, Steven also said TNA news, Eric Young granted his release from TNA. Interest from the WWE possible Sanity reunion with Big Damo and Alexander Wolf. He just wrestled at Slammiversary.
But Gary, when you see Enzo and Cass, just know they don't know how to spell. They don't know how to spell soft. They don't know how to spell the word soft.
Okay.
It's definitely gonna be a gimmick that you're gonna get hooked on pretty quickly because they're really good with the crowd. But like Steven was saying, Eric Young got released as well. He just wrestled at Slammiversary. He asked for his release from the company. So we could possibly see him going back as well. Hopefully get a reunion for Sanity because that was a really cool group in NXT before the main roster fucked them up as well. But we're gonna get into our talk. I got all the cards up and whatnot. We're gonna start off. We're gonna go like in order, like we did last week. We'll start off with the Night of Champions, and we're gonna go match by match with this one because I feel like we all obviously watched it, and I feel like we'll talk about each match. So we started off with the King of the Ring final. It was Obafemi and Jey Uso. We started the show like an hour later because we went out of town to do some shopping early in the morning, and we got back and we didn't start till like 1 o'clock. So I really had to be careful with my fast forwarding because ESPN fast forwarding sucks. Like if you do it at 1 speed, it goes slow as hell. You move it to 2, it's like fucking going. So I had to like really be careful with myself right there. But yes, Obafemi defeated Jey Uso to win the King of the Ring. We'll start off with the leader of the Obafemi fan club, Gary. Gary, man, what did you think about Oba? Winning this. That's your guy. I mean, obviously you predicted him, and you were very confident in him winning. You were saying there was no shit that's gonna happen there, and this Oba's gonna win. No interference from Brock or anything. I mean, he's gonna move on, and he did. So, what do you think about that, man?
I mean, honestly, I'm super excited. Like you said, I mean, there was some doubt. Like, I didn't think Brock was going to be in Saudi. We had kind of talked about that. They'd have to pay him a lot, and it just didn't seem like it was going to happen. But then we weren't 100% sure because they may have thrown, a lot of money at him just to get him there to set up something going forward with like SummerSlam around the corner and stuff. I think they said like 5 weeks out, and then but I knew if there was no interruptions or anything that it would be an easy win for Oba. I'm happy that he's the King of the Ring, but I'm still a little bit unsure and like have weird feelings about what the Bloodline is doing. I know I texted you that stuff, and I'll talk about it if we get to it on the show tonight a little bit, kind of like how I'm leaning, but I have some weird feelings about that. But as far as Oba winning, super, super happy.
Yeah, after we talk about this match, we'll do like small fallout from it, how his decision from Raw and whatnot. So anything you have to cover after that, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. Cool.
Blaine, what do you think about the King of the Ring, man? Did you expect what happened? Did you? I mean, obviously, I would assume you were in on Jey to win this one. I figured maybe you thought there was going to be some interference. Obviously, Brock Lesnar. We all thought that was possibly going to show up, and he didn't. Oba gets the clean win. So, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised. I know they're trying to push Oba, and rightfully so, they should, but I just thought with Brock Lesnar still lurking around, I thought he was going to interfere maybe and cost him the match, and that's why I had picked Jey. Like you can't go no wrong with either one winning, in my opinion. I know y'all probably got different opinions about Jey, but Yeah, I was definitely surprised that they let Oba win clean.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, at first I thought like somebody would come out like Brock and stuff, but no, I'm just happy that Oba, won and all that. But just wait till we get to like the Raw talk and all that. But I'm happy for him though.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was taken by surprise too that Oba won clean. I was not going to be surprised if Oba won the match, but the way he won was the one that surprised me. I was expecting someone to get involved. If Jay would have pulled off that upset victory, I was thinking Brock Lesnar. That's all I was thinking was Brock. And I was thinking, the Saudi people threw millions at this dude just to show up. Or if Oba was going to win with some interference, I was thinking the one that's been costing the Usos pretty much everything, and that was Solo Sikoa, who's pretty much been costing Jimmy every time he's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And seems like he was going to get on Jay's bad side as well, because he is going after his brothers in recent matches. And so I was thinking someone was interfering, and I was really surprised that no one interfered. Clean win for Oba. But yeah, when we get to the Raw talk, that's where the confusion comes in with me as to what they're doing with him. And because it kind of seems like the whole purpose of this tournament is kind of going down the toilet already.
Yeah. What do you do at SummerSlam now? Because the winner of King of the Ring usually get the title match, but now you're putting Oba in a Hell in a Cell against Brock. So I'm like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know, Gary, what do you think about this, man? Obviously you showed up for Raw a little bit later. We did show you what happened, because that's the only segment you missed was the whole thing with Brock, how he came out, F5'd Oba, and Oba still challenged him for that Hell in a Cell. So there's no title involved, even though him winning the King of the Ring means that he gets a title opportunity. So now he's not. He has that rubber match with Brock in Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam. So what's the opinion on that?
Well, I kind of told Dylan, and again, newer fan, like I could be just completely off my rocker, but one, I think it's cool because they'll be able to, retire Brock Lesnar with the fight with Oba and stuff. Hopefully that's like the angle they're going. It seemed like Brock really wanted to retire and stuff after WrestleMania, and then there was, the kind of backpedaling and stuff, but I think it's cool. And he also said that he is going to challenge one of the world champions after he settles things with Brock. So like that is still, gonna happen, just not at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
But
he might pull a double duty. Brock Saturday, Champion Sunday.
Maybe, yeah.
Or Champion Saturday, Brock Sunday. I'm thinking that's what they're gonna do. I'm not sure.
The only thing I'm worried about, and I was telling Dylan this because Dylan told me that like Sami Zayn used to be the honorary Uso in the bloodline, and I'm worried now that he has one of the titles that Oba might try to challenge him, which is going to cause the Usos or someone to jump in and basically bring the bloodline back. And now that Sami and Roman both have the titles, because he used to be in the bloodline too. And now it's like the bloodline strong. They have both the world titles right now. If they bring him back, and they might team up with Sami to take down Oba and kind of like rebuild, which is weird for me to say because last week I was thinking that if Jay won, that he was going to tear down the bloodline internally. And now I'm thinking that it might actually be strengthening them that he didn't win. So it's very weird. I like I said, I could be off my rocker, but that's just kind of where my brain is going, is like he used to be part of it. They have both the titles right now. They might team up to try and take down Oba if he goes after Sami for the title.
Yeah.
Well, technically, he's still in the bloodline because they did that. They did that with that War Games last year, and they didn't split up. They just veered away from each other. Right. So they might just, like you're saying, they might just start veering their way back together.
Yeah. I definitely think it's a possibility for sure.
Yeah. Jordan, what do you think about this? Do you think the King of the Ring, the whole concept behind it is kind of, pretty much, I don't know, stupid, because it means that Oba didn't even get a title opportunity. He's going to get it at some point later down the line, and he's just getting Brock in a non-title match at SummerSlam?
This year, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think it's pretty stupid because I thought that they were gonna have the match at SummerSlam, but
Hmm.
I guess down the line, I guess he's gonna get a title shot. But I thought it was gonna be at SummerSlam.
Yeah. And also, this avoids any spoilers that happened on the SmackDown that was taped after Raw. So so even though I saw what happened, for viewers, I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, I was about to say something, but I saw
Thank
it.
God.
I think I saw the same thing you saw. But
Yeah,
I'll keep
we all saw the
keep
same
my
thing
mouth-
probably. So I'll keep that for next week's talk whenever SmackDown happens.
Yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, but overall, I think the whole concept behind the tournament, at least this year, I don't understand it, because the same thing for the next thing we're gonna get into, I don't understand at all. So while we're at it, we'll get to the next match. We had the Queen of the Ring tournament final. Io Sky beat Liv Morgan to get her world title match at SummerSlam, and basically we're getting a rematch for Queen of the Ring. We're getting Io Sky, Liv Morgan, when it was Gary who said it best. And yes, Gary, I'm going to credit you for this one, because you said it best last week that it should have been Io going after Rhea, because she basically left her out to dry on SmackDown. When she went to SmackDown, she left her by herself to have nobody around to help her. And the Judgment Day goes after her, every week, and she has no one there to help her. And now she doesn't go after Rhea. She points to Liv and says SummerSlam. And now we're getting the same match that we just got at Night of Champions. So it's the same concept. I mean, I feel like we're for the King of the Ring, we're not getting a title match at SummerSlam, and at SummerSlam we're getting the same match we just had for the Queen of the Ring final. I mean, what do you think about this, Gary? I mean, like I said, you were the one who said it best last week that it should have been Rhea, and now it's not. We're getting Liv again. So are you even excited, even remotely excited for a second match between her and Liv Morgan?
Well, one, I'm super excited that she won Queen of the Ring, first of all. I just want to say that. But at the same time, I'm not really excited for it, just because, like you mentioned, we did just see it literally over the weekend. It just happened, and there was like trying to be some interference, but it was stopped pretty early on. So Ia pretty much got the clean win. I appreciate you shouting me out for last week, but I still feel like, leading up to WrestleMania, Io took a lot of ass beatings trying to help Rhea, and then, like you said, Rhea left. She's getting attacked almost every week by I can't remember what they're called.
Judgment Day.
Yeah. Getting attacked by Judgment Day and stuff, and like just left out to dry, like you said. But also, she has always been a good friend. She's always had Rhea's back. Leading up to WrestleMania, she took, again, ass beating after ass beating every week during the whole like Jade Cargill thing, the Liv Morgan rivalry or feud or whatever leading up to it. Like all of that shit. Io has always had Rhea's back, and then Rhea just like drops her, and it's like, don't call because we're not friends anymore, kind of thing. So yeah, I honestly think that as much as it sucks, because when I became a fan, I started watching, they were the women's tag team champions, but I think she should have went after Rhea and kind of like got a little bit of revenge and won that world title from her and stuff, and started like a new era of Io Sky.
Right. Blaine, same question goes to you, man. What do you think about the match, and are you even remotely excited for yet another thing between Liv and Io?
No, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, it was a good match, I guess, so to speak. But I'm not excited for a rematch. But hear me out. I think Raquel or Roxanne cost her the match at SummerSlam. Io wins the title, and then Rhea's going to defend whoever she's facing or whatever, and then Rumble maybe or whatever. Io versus Rhea, champ versus champ. See who's the best. They could build that off. They could build off on that. But I don't know if they're going. I don't know if they want to put 2 belts on one person like they did in the past.
Yeah, they don't need to.
That's my only caveat to them maybe not going that route.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking down the line it would be champion versus champion, Io versus Rhea. And I think Io, damn, the name's tongue twister. Io is gonna win that match.
Ia and Rio.
Yeah, shit. It's a tongue twister when you try to put it together, but
Most definitely.
I'm not excited about the rematch, but I hope they take the belt off of Liv because they giving her the Roman Reigns treatment, barely defending the title. And
I don't think
don't
she's
get me wrong,
defended it
I'm
once.
a Roman Reigns fan. I know, and I'm a Roman Reigns fan, but he don't defend the title. Just being
Not really.
honest.
Yeah.
They giving her that treatment.
Jordan?
Yeah, match was good. I'm happy for winning Queen of the Ring, but yeah, I'm not ready for this rematch. I think she should have went after Rhea.
Yeah, absolutely. She should have went after Rhea, I think, and because I mean, there was no like sort of like anticipation after the match. Like all she did was point to her and SummerSlam. I'm like, well, there's your answer. Like there was nothing that led up to it. There was no teasing. Maybe she'll go after Rhea. It was just strictly Liv, and that's it. Like I don't know. I feel like that was a little underwhelming for me. I mean,
I can see they going that route because they probably want to go triple threat for Rhea, Charlotte, Jade.
Yeah, and to agree. Yeah, Liv title reign has been bad, and she hasn't even defended it. So I mean, it's kind of hard to say she has a good title reign when she doesn't do shit with it. So yeah, I mean, maybe it's time to take it off or put it on Io. But I think something's going down at SummerSlam with the Judgment Day. Someone's turning. If it's not Raquel, it's Roxanne that does it.
Somebody will turn and cost her the title.
I feel like Roxanne's more on the outs than Raquel is, but I feel like sort of a lot of people's guessing that it's going to be sort of Roxanne, and they're going to swerve us all, and it'll be Raquel or something that does it. I don't know. We'll combine 3 matches into one discussion before we get to the main event. We'll start off with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker in the steel cage. Seth Rollins gets a victory. Trick Williams beat Ricky Saints to retain the United States title, and Tiffany Stratton beat Jade Cargill to retain the U.S. title. So, like I said, 3 matches in one discussion. I'll start with Gary. Gary, what did you think about those matches? Because really, even the cage match didn't do it for me either. I mean, it seemed like they were all sort of like underwhelming matches.
Honestly, the Trick Williams and Ricky Saints match, I thought Ricky was gonna win. I think we all did, and I mean, honestly, like it wasn't a horrible match. I haven't been the biggest like Trick Williams fan, honestly, but that was mainly because I didn't like his feud with Sami Zayn. But like I didn't fully hate that match, but it was kind of like slower, like it was, a little on the boring side. What was the third one that you said? Not the cage match, but the
Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill.
Yeah, that one I don't honestly, it's like a blur, like I don't even remember it. I think it was probably about the same. Like it was just a boring match, and we were just watching it for our boy Triple J because he loves Tiffy time. But I mean, overall, I liked the event, but yeah, those 2 matches were pretty boring. However, I am not in full agreement with you. I actually really did like the cage match.
Me too.
I thought it was good. I thought it was fun watching them go at each other. It started off really slow when they were both just sitting in chairs staring into each other's eyes. Like I thought they might have kissed for a second, and then they started fighting finally. But no, I mean, like I can't say that it was the best match. Like, when we do our award show at the end of the year, I'm not going to say that was like moment or match of the year or anything. But I overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the better matches of Saturday night for sure. And yeah, I mean, I liked it, and I'm glad Seth got the victory. I'm happy for him. Yeah, it was good.
All right. Blaine?
Like Gary, that's probably one of my better matches. That one, the cage match, and then the one with Io and Liv. Really like those two matches. Um, I see Stephen Cummings said that he didn't think Seth needed to win. I think he needed to set up the thing for Roman because you can't really lose and then have him go for the title next. So
Right.
I thought that was smart plan. Sorry, Jordan, but the Tiffany match was mid. He kind of figured that was gonna happen. Kind of figured somebody was gonna try to cause Jade. I really don't know what the hell they did with Jade. It's like they brought her in, hyped her up, and then all of a sudden she's a damn near a jobber, so to speak.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I haven't really been a fan of Trick Williams since NXT. So I just don't have no opinion on that match. Popcorn match, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That was a popcorn match.
Oh yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, with Trick Williams and Ricky Saints. Yeah, at first I thought Ricky Saints was gonna win, but that was a good match. The cage match I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty awesome. And yes, my girl got it done, but yeah, I can say it too. It was like mid, like Blaine said.
Yeah, both of the U.S. title matches were just. It's hard to say underwhelming. It's just the crowd was not into them, and I feel like Steven said, you could hear a pin drop, during the Trick Williams Ricky Saints match. I mean, the crowd was definitely not into it. I mean, anything that happened, there was no sort of reaction. I don't know if, a few matches in, they were burnt out already or whatever. That makes me think they can't handle an AEW pay-per-view. That shit goes until midnight, and they would be dead by the time that shit ended. But yeah, I feel like I don't think they're gassed out for it. They were maybe hyped up too much from the last match that they were just trying to catch up on energy or something, but they were like dead during that match. And same thing for the other U.S. title, Tiffy and Jade. I mean, there was no sort of reaction during that either. But overall, I thought the women's one was a lot better than the men's. I thought Ricky was going to get the win, but they decided to keep, Trick's run going. Tiffy winning didn't surprise me. She had sort of a lot of help during it with Charlotte and then Chelsea Green coming out as well. The cage match was overall, out of the three, one of the better ones. The whole the whole spot where they were both sitting and staring at each other sort of reminded me of, I forgot what pay-per-view it was, but whenever Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher had the steel cage match and they were both standing on each side of the cage looking at each other before the match started. That's sort of like what it reminded me of. They weren't on the top of the cage or anything, but it's the way they were staring at each other that it kind of gave me vibes of that match as well. But yeah, it was overall good. I thought at the time that Seth didn't need it, but if he's going to set up a match with Roman at SummerSlam, obviously he did need it. But I feel like it kills more of momentum or the little bit of momentum that Braun Breaker still had. And I feel like now he's back down to zero when it comes to any momentum at all. I was thinking maybe a return from like Bronson Reed, a lot of rumors, possibly Baron Corbin coming back to the WWE. I know he's finishing up his stuff in MLW. So I was thinking maybe he'd come back from then, but we didn't get any sort of interference whatsoever. I know Bronson Reed is fully good to go. So it kind of surprised me that he didn't show up or anything.
That dude's jacked right now. I saw a picture.
Oh yeah. He is. He lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could definitely see him coming back at some point. But honestly, end this whole thing with the Vision and Seth. I feel like the Vision needs to go after somebody else, and that's when you have Bronson come back, because I am so tired of seeing them with Seth. But anything to maybe boost a little more like momentum for Braun Breaker, because I think this guy is a fucking star. So if you're gonna boost him,
I didn't really like him when he first came out. I'm like, another fucking, I don't know, earthquake wannabe, I guess you so to speak. But no, he's good. No, I like him.
Yeah. And now we'll get to the match that broke the internet on Saturday. Triple threat for the undisputed WWE title. Sami Zayn beat Cody Rhodes and Gunther to win his first ever world title on the main roster after what he said 10, 11 years of going after it. Finally got it, and like I said, broke the internet. Broke the internet. I mean, he broke the wrestling internet that day, and I was stunned. I mean, there's no other word to describe it other than I was fucking stunned. I mean, Gary, I mean, I know it was kind of spoiled for you because we were behind, and our good friend Eli, who was the only one who predicted it to happen, he shot you a text during the match and kind of gave it away that Sammy won. But still, man, like in real time, I mean, seeing that happen, him pinning the champion of all people to win his first main roster world title. What did you think about him?
Well, yeah, it was before. It was while we were watching one of the matches before, like I think the cage match or something. He had texted and he goes, "Are you gonna boo me now?" Shout out Eli, still love you, man. You're awesome, but I didn't know what he was talking about at the moment. And then all of a sudden, as the match started and I saw three of them, I literally like face palmed and I was like, "Fuck." But I didn't say anything to Dylan and them. I didn't want them to know that I knew or whatever. I played it off, I think, pretty well. I didn't say that he had texted me that I knew what it was until after the match was over. But going into my answer, it was kind of crazy. I definitely did not see Sammy winning that. But I think that with him having like a Middle Eastern background and being in Saudi and stuff, I don't think they were going to have him lose, especially like you said, after 10 years of losing. It makes sense that they'd give it to him. And honestly, I think that's one of the reasons why I was predicting that the whole thing with like the bloodline now, with them like being stronger because they have Roman on top. They have Sami Zayn, who's still the honorary Uce in the bloodline. He's on top right now. They have both the titles. And, you know, I feel like, and I told you this, I feel like Oba is kind of a fool if he doesn't go after Sammy because it's going to be an easy win for him. But I honestly think if he does do that, that there's going to be interference from the bloodline and they're going to all team up on him and he's still going to lose. So, but I mean, I'm happy for Sammy. I think it's great that he won after all of that hard work and everything, you know, the years of losing and stuff. He finally got one. I said it the first week that I was on the show, actually, when we were talking about Sammy, that I like an underdog story and stuff. So, like, it is cool, but it's definitely super unexpected. I thought Cody was going to retain and that they were going to keep the two champions on top for Oba to go after winning King of the Ring. Yeah. And now this just kind of throws a wrench in that. So it feels a little bit weird.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I sort of feel like what Steven says is going to happen. I don't think he's going to be champion very long. It was a feel-good story and nothing more. I guess they were tired of the underdog story finally happening all this goddamn time. And like, okay, just give it to him. Shit.
Yeah.
Blaine, you also texted us during the match. Just 3 letters, WTF. And the moment I saw that, I turned my phone upside down. I said, nope. I said, I'm not getting spoiled. But I sort of feel like that's where we're going with it. And I'm not shocked that he won. I mean, they were gonna do it, I think, at Saudi at WrestleMania. So they pulled the trigger super early. So, I mean, what did you think about it, man? Obviously, you had a very strong reaction to it whenever it happened. So what do you feel about it now?
To be honest with you, I freaking love it. I love the fact, I love Sami Zayn. I love the fact that he won the title. But that completely caught me by surprise. I didn't think they was going to pull the trigger right there. So, like I said, it caught me by surprise. But then maybe about an hour or two later, I just sat back and thought, I thought of 2 names that popped in my head: Jinder Mahal and Kofi Kingston. So Jinder Mahal, he beat Randy Orton for the title when they was trying to get into the Indian market. Kofi Kingston beat Daniel Bryan when they was getting into the African market or whatever whatever market you want to call it over there. Then now he won it in Saudi. It's basically the same thing when I think of that. So I think he's going to hold it until maybe after SummerSlam. I don't know who's going to take it off of him, but he's going to hold it, and then go from there, I guess. But I actually thought it was too soon. I thought was going to do it when at WrestleMania next year.
I, honest to God, do not think that he makes it into SummerSlam as champion. I mean, regardless, I think he
does. I think he does.
But if he does,
I think he loses right
against?
after.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think he makes it.
Now, okay, now hear me out.
Okay.
Now, since he pinned Cody, right?
Right.
And Gunther did the backstage segment with Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
They might make it a triple threat match there. Well, we know Nick Aldis ain't gonna win because he ain't been in the ring in 3, 4, 5 years or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when Gunther takes it off of Sammy.
I think we one-on-one get Gunther Aldis. I mean, I'm for one interested.
I am too, but I think they're going to triple threat because Sammy is the root of that whole thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, something I was predicting same day after Night of Champions was like, since Cody lost the title, Cody and a returning CM Punk, you know, because that rivalry doesn't need a title, and that's the last interaction Punk had before he left. So I think we get Cody Punk, and I think Sammy does lose it, but to who is the main question. I think it happens at Saturday Night's Main Event, somebody, but obviously it's someone who's going to have a better story going into SummerSlam. But something tells me he's not going to make it there as the champion. It was mainly a feel-good story to have him do it in Saudi Arabia. They were going to do it at WrestleMania anyway, so I guess to have people from bitching on the internet that he did it at WrestleMania rather than just at Night of Champions to just lose it before SummerSlam, I guess he just wanted to shut people up after that.
I got a feeling WWE is so unpredictable. He might hold that shit until Mania.
Jesus,
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think so either. I don't know, man. Shout out, of course, to our OPC of the Debate Network, Ivan, shouting out everyone on the stream. Of course, he wants Rock Hard to give in to AEW.
No,
I want Triple J to talk to his cousin, and of course, Gary to stay sensational and shouting me out as well. Appreciate you, Ivan, for tuning in. He also says Sammy will lose it either by Raw or Saturday Night's Main Event. So we'll be in. Raw will be in Chicago, and guess who's returning? CM Punk. So Omega Cody regains it and loses it to Punk for SummerSlam. And he says, sucks because WWE is playing it safe, which is bullshit in my opinion. So fuck TKO. Hashtag fire Mike Shapiro, Nick. Yeah, I could see that happening. Jordan, what did you think about it in real time? Sami Zayn winning the title, and honestly, do you even see him walking into SummerSlam as a champion?
Yeah, I had a feeling they was gonna give it to Sammy. I picked Cody to retain, but they gave it to Sammy. But no, I don't see him probably going into SummerSlam with the title.
Yeah, and before the whole thing on Raw, where Oba challenged Brock to the match, Hell in a Cell, and everything, I sent y'all that picture. It said Brock versus Sammy at Saturday Night's Main Event, and it was Brock holding up Kofi Kingston when he beat him in just seconds to win the title, and that would set up Oba to get his title shot at SummerSlam. Obviously, we know that's not going to happen now. So
that still might be on the table. Because when the Saturday Night Main Event before SummerSlam,
yeah,
and Madison Square Garden, they might do it then, and then he drop it to the Oba, and I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, but I don't know. But overall, it was a decent show. I was surprised Sammy won. Yeah, I was pretty surprised. But the whole thing with Gunther and Aldis has me interested now is for Friday, see possibly what goes down between them two. Maybe you get a SummerSlam match out of it because Aldis obviously can still go. He's in great shape, but obviously ring rust, and that shouldn't be one that Gunther loses either. So I think
that's why he was suspension so he can I think I spoiled it. I think I spoiled it.
Oh, that's the only thing that spoiled. Be all right.
Yeah, he's on suspension. So he's probably people talk about, oh, he need a vacation. No, he's getting back in ring shape.
Yeah. Yeah. But once again, overall, it was a good show. Very surprising ending. And I think the future of the company going to SummerSlam hopefully looks a little bit more promising. The next two shows we'll talk about, I feel like will only take us like, I don't know, a matter of minutes, because the first one I didn't watch, and the second one I had off to the side while I started watching AEW. We'll quickly swing by
He's probably watching the
Slammiversary.
World Cup. This one.
I was watching the World Cup, and I'm going to be watching it after a while to see the USA move on to the next round. But yeah, we got Slammiversary. We had two pre-show matches. We had Elena Black beat Indy Hartwell and Marisade, and Ricky Sosa beat Eric Young, who is no longer even in TNA. He was granted his release today from the company. Then we started off with Ultimate X for the X Division title. Cedric Alexander, he retained the title over Amazing Red, Fabian Eichner, Frankie Kazarian, Casey Navarro, Leon Slater, and Mr. Elegance. And I told Gary that he did well with his predictions for not knowing a thing about TNA. He did very well. His reasonings behind his predictions were very off the wall. But man, he did pretty well with them. Then we had Elijah, who beat AJ Francis. We had Rosemary and Allie win the Knockouts tag titles by beating the Elegance brand. Mustafa Ali beat Rich Swann and a debuting Uha Nation, which was Apollo Crews in WWE. Moose beat Eddie Edwards in a no surrender match. Zaya Brookside beat Lei, if I get this right, it's Lei Ying Lee to win the TNA Knockouts World title. The Broken Hardys beat the System, the Righteous, and the Great Hands in a four-way ladder match to win the TNA World Tag Team titles. And Nick Nemeth defeated Mike Santano to win the TNA World title. Now, I didn't watch it. I know Gary didn't watch it. Blaine, I'm pretty sure you didn't. And Jordan didn't either because he was at my house.
I didn't even know they had the show.
Well, this should be a quick discussion. From judging off of the results, I know Gary, like you did very well with your predictions. Like I said, what did you? I mean, what do you think about some of these? Because I know, and the whole card as a whole, you know, you did pretty well. Like I said.
So all I can really say, I know you guys are just gonna bust out laughing at me like always. All I can really say is super excited that Canada kept me strong. You know, Moose pulled through. I'm excited that Brookshire Farms did not let me down either. Hashtag meat. I mean,
oh my God.
All of my picks from last week, super excited that even though they were dumbass answers, that they somehow came to fruition, and we did it.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
And another shout out to Eli because Elijah won. So shout out Eli. And I don't know anything about the card or any of the wrestlers that were on it. I don't know if the event was good or not. Just super proud of myself for picking all of the right answers basically on the test.
Yeah, I think the only one you pretty much did not get right was the tag titles because the System didn't win with that guy Bear Bronson.
Yeah,
The rest of them won though.
He was just going easy on him that night. I think he could have won. Like I said, that Brian, whatever the hell his name was, he didn't
Brian
even
Myers.
be there. The other guy could have won by
Oh
himself.
my God.
Sorry,
I'm laughing because you said Brookshire Farm.
Yeah, that's what I said last week too. You should go watch the clip.
Oh my God.
Because I remember your reasonings behind picking Moose was because Taylor's from Canada and they have Moose over there in Canada.
Yeah. True.
And then
Wait, Moose
he also
is from
said
Canada?
oh no, they have Moose, like legit Moose, the animal in Canada.
Oh.
And so he picked
That's
Moose,
even
the wrestler.
worse.
Yeah, I picked the Moose because my fiance is from Canada and there
Oh
are
my
Moose
God.
in Canada.
That's even worse.
And he
And
won.
you also picked Elijah because he looked like Weird Al in Amish Paradise.
Yeah, exactly. And I like Amish Paradise. So I literally said, quote for quote, I like Amish Paradise, so I'm picking Weird Al to win.
Oh my
Exactly
god,
what I
this dude
said.
is hilarious.
Jeez, man.
I only really
Dude is
bully right now.
hilarious.
Blaine's laughing at me, dude. Whatever, Blaine. Thought we were cool.
I haven't
Is that-
watched it. I didn't even know it was a show, so I'm going off of everything you said, and everything is funny.
Dylan, after the stream, send Blaine the clip from last week of me picking
will.
all my TNA answers.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I got the whole thing like combined into one. It was pretty good.
Oh my god.
So is it safe to skip you on this one, Blaine?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I got you. Jordan, same for you because you really didn't watch it either.
I don't know how many matches I got right, but
Me either, because that's the one show I didn't watch. And from what I seen and what I heard, it was a pretty decent show over the weekend. We obviously know Mike Santana's on his way out, coming to WWE, so that don't surprise me that he lost. But overall, from what I seen, highlight and whatnot, it was a pretty decent match. I mean, pretty decent show in general. So if I get an opportunity to watch, I'll obviously go and I'll check it out. Same thing for Great American Bash. Goddamn, I didn't even pop up the overlay for Slammiversary. That's how quick we ran through it. Great American Bash. Same thing. I caught what I could of it because I was waiting for AEW to come on. Tony D'Angelo retained the NXT title over Naraku. Zarya beat Tatum Paxley to retain the North American champion. Shiloh Hill beat Tristan Angels. Ren Sinclair beat Ariana Grace to retain the Speed champion. Saquon Sugars beat Dion Lennox. Miles Bourne beat Tavian Heights. And Kendall Gray became the new NXT Women's Champion by beating Lola Vice. Gary, anything you want to offer on NXT? I know you don't watch NXT either, so I don't even know how you did with your prediction on this one. It was just TNA I kind of highlighted.
I'm just excited. I did get a few right. Like I guess that Ariana Grande was gonna lose. Shout out to last week again. I predicted that match for sure. Like I'd say just thinking about it, I probably did about like 50% on that one. I think I got half and half, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And but I mean, yeah, like I want to branch out. I want to start watching like more of like AEW, NXT, stuff like that. We're still not sure if TNA is even going to exist after next week and stuff. Like there's like roaches cleaning up the warehouse right now. There's no one there. They're pushing the brooms, So, but I do want to get into the other stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm still struggling to find the time. Like I was telling Dylan, it's hard with my fiance living 2,000 miles away and stuff. And I was busy over the weekend because she's going to be here Friday. So I was prepping, trying to get my house all together and shit. So I didn't get to watch a lot of like the Sunday stuff. I only watched the main like WWE thing on Saturday. But I mean, yeah. I'm just ranting to rant, basically, I guess, at this point. Like, I think it's cool that I got some of the fights correct or the matches correct, but I didn't watch it, unfortunately.
Oh my god, that dude is stupid.
Now he's calling me stupid, bro. What the fuck?
I don't mean it like that.
Blaine, anything on NXT?
No, yes, I didn't know that was a show.
Jordan?
Yeah, I caught bits and pieces while I was at the house, but I'm just happy for the main event. Winning the title.
Honestly, being on the CW didn't even feel like a PLE. It was more like a TV special to me. I mean,
see, I don't even have a CW, so I wouldn't watch it anyway.
Well, thanks to Jordan, I had the CW because he's the one that has it. Because even DirecTV doesn't have it for my end. So, yeah, I basically relied on Jordan for it. But it didn't feel like a PLE. It was more like a TV special, and that was it. That aired on a Sunday. It was all right. You know, it wasn't the best thing ever. Something I didn't pay attention to too much. I thought Naraku should have won the NXT title. I think Tony D'Angelo has been in NXT forever. I thought time for main roster, and then Kendall Gray winning it, I think it was past overdue. I think Lola Vice could be on her way maybe to the main roster. So yeah, to have someone new win it, for someone like Kendall Gray, who had like the gear like that was inspired by Kurt Angle, I think she did very well. But overall, it was all right show. You know, something I didn't really pay much attention to because I was getting ready for the one that we're getting to last, and that was AEW's Forbidden Door, and it killed me to put a certain somebody on that graphic right there, as you can see, Blaine.
I was about to say Jordan must have made that overlay because I know you would do that.
It took me everything in my being to do it, but we'll just do the main card. I won't start pre-show because I didn't really watch much of the pre-show. The Young Bucks beat El Sky Team and Unbound Company in a three-way tag match. Kenny Omega beat Zack Sabre Jr. John Moxley beat Bandito to retain the AEW Continental Championship. Shota Umino beat Pac to retain the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. Tekla beat Starlight Kid to retain the AEW Women's World Champion. Cope and Cage beat the Dogs with a returning Jay White, who joined the Bang Bang Gang of the Guns, Ace Austin, and Juice Robinson, who basically, because the Dogs were the one that kicked Jay White out of Bullet Club in New Japan, so he was getting his lick back onto them. Mercedes Moné beat Maya World in a very, very good match in the Women's Owen Hart Cup final. And now Mercedes gets a Women's World title match at All In. Team Briscoe of Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Konosuke Takeshita, and Darby Allin beat Team DC MJF, which was MJF, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, and Andrade in a Death's Door match, which they call a Death's Door match, which is just a steel cage match. And since Briscoe's team wins, he gets a world title match against MJF. And then in the main event, Will Ospreay beat Swerve Strickland in the Owen Hart Cup final for the men's side. He also gets a world title match at All In at Wembley Stadium. That was a lot to take in and a lot to read. I'm kind of exhausted after that. It's Gary, you've only seen one match from it, and I know you're not the biggest AEW guy, much like the guy next to you. So you can
next to me.
Well, there's one currently on the side of you, which is Blaine, who's not the biggest AEW guy ever.
Well, Blaine's next to me and Jordan's next to me.
Well, Jordan's above you.
That's the way around.
That's next to me, dude.
Well, I don't care.
And you're adjacent from me over there.
And then we ain't got time for big words.
It's not the way around. He's adjacent that way.
On my screen, he's that way. I'm pointing straight at him. He's right there.
Anyway, is there anything you want to offer on AEW that's also including the steel cage match that you watched?
That's the only thing I want to talk about, honestly, is the steel cage match.
All right.
I saw that, and it was actually really cool. I'm glad you showed it to me. Monday, right? When I went to watch Raw, we watched it. Yeah. It was really cool, honestly. Like, AEW, I feel, is way crazier with, like, the old school, like, hurting people stuff, you know? Like, they threw Darby Allin. Is that his name? Yeah, that's his name, right? They threw him like on his chest into a bunch of like thumbtacks. He was bleeding everywhere. There was another guy that fell on his back into him. Then they put like MJF swept them all off of the mat, and then the weird like golem looking dude came out of the bag and he got thrown out of the ring, and I'm pretty sure he landed on a couple of them like next to the table. Then there was the whole thing where like that dude got electrocuted or whatever and then fell onto the table and it broke. But then I was like, luckily that second table stopped his fall because he's just like laying there. He went through one table and was just laying on the other one. It honestly, the first time I watched AEW, was that match with who I call the Mario Brothers, Bald Mario and Mullet Luigi. And like the dude was bleeding so much from his head. I turned to Dylan. I'm like, bro, I'm about to watch a grown man die on TV. Like, this is crazy. But honestly, that cage match was super cool. Like, I do like that there was a little bit of comedy in it. Like you said, you were like, there's a little bit of comedic stuff in here. And then like they choked out a dude with an old NES controller and all kinds of crazy shit. But overall, the match was super, super cool. And I'm really glad that you showed it to me, although it lasted for like probably 3 hours, just that one match, it felt like. So it was a little long, but I enjoyed it.
And that's one thing about AEW. You're not going to be shortened any action because the last 3 matches, the women's Owen Hart Cup final was 24 minutes, almost 25 minutes. The steel cage was 30, and the main event was 35 minutes. So, yeah, like I said, you're not shortened up any action. Blaine, did you check out your favorite promotion ever?
No, but listening to the card, listening to you say the card, it sounds like a bunch of good matches. But what's with fucking AEW and all these damn Survivor Series type matches on every damn show? So 10 to 20 damn people in the ring every damn show.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But no, everybody knew my disdain or dislike for AEW, but it sounded like it was a good card.
Yeah. Jordan?
I was just waiting for the sun to come up after the pay-per-view.
It was that long, huh?
It was long, man.
So that's 7 to 8 at midnight, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to even watch the whole thing.
Well, the buy-in started at 6, so basically it was a 6-hour pay-per-view if you count the pre-show. Show was long as hell.
But
Kiss my ass. I wouldn't sit there watching that.
But they had some good matches. Dylan's girl won, so that's good.
Fuck off, Jordan.
It's always a good night when Mercedes win and Jordan got to talk about it.
Jesus.
I'm not Jordan Dillon, my bad.
But like, yeah, let's see, the cage match was, man, that was pretty awesome to see. Main event, man, Swerve hitting his head on the corner of the steps.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild, but no, they had some pretty good matches, so it was a pretty good show.
Yeah, this was a really good show. I mean, the way they started off with the 3-way tag match was really good. Then the Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. has great chemistry. 26 minutes of just absolute perfection. I thought Mox was gonna drop the title to Bandito, and he didn't. Shota Umino and Pac was really good. Tekla and Starlight Kid was a very good match, by the way. Even though Gary didn't think that Starlight Kid even existed because there wasn't even a picture of her on the match card. She does exist, by the way.
No proof.
The return of Jay White was really good to add on to the tag title match. The Mercedes match with Maya World, very good. Maya World is a fucking star. I mean, I feel like she deserved to win that match, but they're gonna go big name over the one who I feel like did better in the match. But I think she deserves a lot of opportunities after this Maya World. She did extremely well in this match. The steel cage match was just a bunch of shit. I mean, adding on to everything Gary said with the thumbtacks, the NES, the backpack exploding on the top of the cage to knock Kevin Knight off. Then Darby doing a coffin drop right after on the top of the cage. Seeing Leo Rush in the big gym bag that they brought was a cool touch. At first, I hated the character with Leo Rush. It is really growing on me, that character, man. He found something that worked, and it gets a good reaction from the crowd. But yeah, then Willow Nightingale, she gave him a bunch of oranges, like for good luck. She couldn't be there, and then they're all ate one. Even the ref ate one, and then they squeezed the juice into Kyle Fletcher's eye, and
I forgot about that part actually.
shit was insane. But
Uh,
yeah, I mean, and then Andrade having enough of MJF shit, leaving the Don Callis family, his T-shirt reading "Fuck MJF, fuck Don" on it. I mean,
saw
it
that.
was just pure madness, that entire match. And I was thinking to myself, this should have main evented, because how are Swerve and Ospreay going to follow that up? And they followed that shit up. I mean, if you're thinking match of the year, we were talking mass versus mass from AAA, but man, this is up there. I mean, this was really good. I mean, Swerve and Ospreay have such amazing chemistry, and then having the Death Riders come, because they've been the ones that's been working with Ospreay, because they're not heel or faces, they're like tweeners, like they're in between that heel and face role, and they were there at the end to support Ospreay, and then Ospreay leaving with his new wife Alex Windsor to close the show out, and man, it was such a good ending. But honestly, and Ospreay was saying it in his press conference, that he doesn't hate, he doesn't hate Swerve Strickland. It's just he hates what he's about right now, like the heel character that he has. But man, they have such good chemistry in the ring. I would love to see him do it again at some point. But now Ospreay gets his match at All In. There's one more show in between now and All In, and it's AEW's newest pay-per-view, AEW Redemption, that happens this month. And I'm curious to know if MJF is going to be the one walking into Wembley as the AEW World Champion.
All it is Backlash.
Yeah, I sort of wonder if it's going to be MJF, though. I would love to get another Ospreay Kenny Omega match at All In. Just think about them two fighting at Wembley. My God, dude. I would love that. So honestly, I could see Kenny getting some sort of title from MJF at Redemption. I mean, I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger on Andrade, since he did the title motion to MJF once he left. I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot can happen leading up to this at All In, since there's one more show. So now that we talked about all four shows, starting with Gary, what show won the weekend for you, even though you only watched one of them? So I feel like the answer is sort of clear.
Yeah, I mean, it's WWE for sure. But I mean, the only other thing I know, but also just from hearing what you guys have said and stuff, I think AEW is definitely a close second, or probably would have beaten it out if I had watched it. I mean, that cage match was really cool. If I compare the two cage matches that I did see, just to give that a fair chance, like WWE overall, because it's the only one I watched, but if I'm comparing Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker versus the cage match mayhem thing from AEW, I would definitely give it to AEW. That shit was crazy, and it was really, really cool, and I'm glad I saw it, but I'm sad that I didn't get to watch the whole event.
Yeah. No, it was really good. Blaine, which one won the weekend for you?
Oh man, AEW won it. No, I'm like Gary, the only one I watch WWE.
Jordan.
I'll probably give it to AEW. There's some good matches.
Yeah, AEW won. They saw Sammy win the world title and countered it with a banger from Ospreay and Swerve Strickland in that cage match, man. I don't think there was anything topping that over the weekend. It was such a good show, and I think anything leading up to All In is going to be really good. I'm excited to see where they go for it. But honestly, it doesn't mean that I'm not excited for WWE to see what they're doing going up to SummerSlam. I mean, I feel like the thing is, if we're talking about this for two companies and with excitement going into both companies, that just means they're doing something right for us, because we're just the fans talking about it. And I think they're putting on good stuff. I think SummerSlam is looking a little bit more promising, and I think Redemption and All In are looking pretty good as well. I sort of feel like Redemption is going to be that little filler pay-per-view kind of leading up to All In, because All In is going to be fantastic, and it's at Wembley Stadium. One of the biggest stadiums in England. So
I think version of Backlash.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, yeah, that is Backlash. I mean, it's just a filler show. that leads up to their bigger one. But that will do it for this live stream edition of the World Elite Podcast. I want to thank everyone for waiting for us for the time that we had to deal with Jordan's nonsense leading up to our show. But overall, fun show though. Gary, where can we find you at social media?
Gary Fontenot on Facebook, or Gary_Fontenot04 on Twitter, or on the show every Tuesday/Wednesday, depending on the week. And yeah, that's about it.
Hey, for the end of the show, I got to pop up the little NFL draft ticker so we remember our social media handles. Blaine.
You can find me on X at B_Arsenal_, and Facebook at Blaine Arsenal.
All right, Jordan.
You can find me on Facebook at Jordan Johnson and Twitter at Jordan_J2000.
That's right. And you can find the podcast at World Elite Pod, same handle on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter at the Ace of Elite. The audio versions of the podcast on all major audio platforms. I am actually working on getting that song that played in our intro, the full song, on like Apple Music, Spotify, and all that, so people can actually listen to it when they want to. So that was a cool thing to debut tonight with the new intro and the song and all that. We will be back next Tuesday with Eli coming back on. He already penciled himself in for next week, so we'll have him on, and potentially another guest as well. To talk some more wrestling news and whatnot. The fallout from what I wish we could have talked about tonight, but I didn't want to spoil it for anybody that is anticipating to watch Friday Night SmackDown, which even though it was spoiled, I'll still watch it on Friday. For after we get back eating with Gary and them when Taylor comes in, I'll still watch SmackDown and whatnot. But yeah, we're gonna have a fun show next week as well. Thanks to everyone for tuning in tonight. Thanks for the chat, for being awesome as always. But that will do it. I hope everyone enjoys the week of wrestling. Who's currently watching AEW right now? I'm going to check AEW out and go and watch the World Cup. USA playing Bosnia right now, still tied 0-0 as we speak. So I'm gonna go check that out. Hopefully, I don't miss a goal as I'm getting it on the TV. And I hope everyone has a good 4th of July as well this Saturday. So don't blow your fingers off. Don't be stupid. Be responsible. And hopefully all 4 of us have all of our fingers and toes as we come back to the show next Tuesday after the 4th. I definitely will. Yeah, same here. I'm not stupid, so can't say the same for Jordan, but
can't say the same for Gary.
Bro.
But thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Y'all have a great week.
We build this talk one beat at a time. The Ace, Jordan, Blaine, and Gary on cue. If you want the real, then we got you. Word Elite Podcast. Say the name. Word Elite Podcast. We bring the noise, we bring the game.